This podcast was recorded on Budjalung land and produced in Naarm.
All right, we're on.
Bring the action.
All right, guys, welcome back.
Welcome back, bitches.
Episode 4, the Skye and Callum podcast.
Woo! Hopefully everyone's enjoying it and not getting annoyed by us.
Probably by now they are, but we'll run with it anyway.
That's our specialty.
Today's podcast, we're going to dive into a little bit of reality TV.
Yeah, let's talk about our experiences and how maybe Love Island is a bit different from Big Brother and I'm a Celebrity.
Yeah. And what sort of goes on behind the scenes.
Yes, what goes on behind the scenes. Because I feel like with Big Brother, it's probably a lot different.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what Love Island's like, so I'd love to pick your brain about that. How was the audition process?
The audition process, it's actually a long process for Love Island. You've got to do like loads of different interviews on different dates, and they gradually just make it smaller and smaller until they pick the final cast.
Right. So is this in person?
In person. So you got to start, you start with a video. You've got to do like a 1-minute video of yourself.
Yeah. And then like a really long questionnaire.
Yeah. A long questionnaire.
Is that like the first step?
No, I think the first step is questionnaire. Then they like send a video of 1 minute talking like why we should have you on the show. Then they do a video call. And if you pass the video call, then you got to do a face-to-face interview as well as photo shoot.
Right.
And then you get the call up if you're accepted or not.
Right.
So it's a lengthy process.
So was it ever you in a massive room with other contestants? Or
No.
Just all alone?
All alone, yeah.
Right.
All alone.
Okay. So
but you do get to see people coming in and out of the interviews because it's like you got like 15-minute interviews. So I actually met one of the guys that was on my show, Jordan, before actually going on Love Island because he was walking out as I was walking in.
What are the chances of that, like both of you getting picked?
Yeah. And Jordan was saying that like he called his sister because his sister made him do the interviews, and he was like, I've just walked past this like tall, blonde guy, like there's no way I'm getting on this show, blah, 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 blah.
He was the guy with the mullet, right?
Yeah. And he went on Love Island from the start, and I came in as a bombshell on the night, and he was like he said to me, he was like, I can't believe he's not in here. I can't believe he's not in here. And then that night I walked in, he's like, fuck, what's the chances, innit? You know?
Oh my gosh, that is
So you do
crazy.
have a bit of a crossover. But I think things might have changed now. I don't know. How was it with Big Brother?
The first audition thing was the video. You'd have to film a video and send that in and then fill out so many questions. And like, I just had the most rogue fucking answers. Like, I'm like,
Same.
how could you not choose me? Like, I was just being an absolute dickhead. And I remember for the video, I was like, in my nightie, I had like a flower headband on, like curly hair, frizzy hair, just like did not care. In my pink little bedroom, just like singing and being so weird. Yeah. So that was that. And then you get chosen from there. And then there's like this one massive day of auditions. You got to drive down to Brisbane where they hold it. And there's all different rounds. And it's like a group, you're in a group the whole time. Like,
so you can see some people that would actually could be.
You could see everyone. And like you
Wow.
were talking to everyone before going into round one. And they would do like massive group auditions.
Right,
The
okay.
only time I remember being alone was when I went in to meet Alex, the producer. And the one question I remember him asking me, he's like, so are you on Tinder? And I was like, what's Tinder? And he was like, is this bitch for real? She doesn't know what Tinder is. Like, what the actual? And then got in from there, had to go back again. Like, it is such a massive process.
Wow. How long does it take from like start to finish?
I would say it's like 2-3 months.
Wow, that is a long time.
Yeah. What about you?
I think it's a lot shorter than that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't really remember because it's been about 3 years since I like the time frames and stuff. But I just remember doing the video, and Alex is the same producer on Love Island.
Yeah, we had the same producer.
Yeah, and for the jungle, he does the jungle as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and he was like encouraging me because like he was saying how many people do those videos and stuff. And like you said, with your curly hair and stuff like that, you just look unbothered, which you are unbothered.
Yeah.
And I feel like the casting producers like to see that. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like I did my video whilst I was driving.
Yes.
You know, I'm just like chatting pure manure as I'm driving, like not bothered, innit?
Yeah,
you know?
I think they can tell like if you're trying too hard.
Yeah.
So yeah, and we're the type of people that just don't give a fuck. But the one main thing that I remember in both my auditions, there's like a couple things. So the first round, they were like, "Oh, what's your party trick?" And I had like high knee boots, a skirt. I just whipped my legs out and did the splits. My skirt came right up to my fucking chin. I've got a G-banger on, so my butt's out, and I'm like, yeah, that's my party trick. So that was like, that's what got me through. And then the last audition was when we had to go back for a full day, and you're in like this massive room of people, and they get you to go around in like a circle to meet everyone, and you have like 5 minutes to chat to people.
Just like normal conversation.
Yeah, just like get to know people in the room, and then they go, okay, next, move on to the next person. They sat us all down and they go, okay, we're going to give you a yellow card or a purple card. The yellow card you give to someone you would love to live with. You give the purple card to someone you would absolutely hate to fucking live with. Everyone gave me their purple card. And then get this is the best part of the thing. I gave my yellow card to this dude and he gave me his purple card. So I was like, I would love to live with this guy. And he's like, I would fucking hate to live with you. And I'm like, oh, I'm so fucking embarrassed. But that's what helped me get through.
Yeah,
because they were like, this chick is going to be so annoying. Like,
that would work in your favour, right? Because if everyone's giving you purple cards, they just know you're going to be trouble in the house. And that's like a producer's dream,
I know. They're like, oh, everyone hates this bitch. Let's put her in.
So you're always like, give me the purples.
Oh, and then we did the 3 truths, 1 lie game.
Yeah.
Where you have to tell 3 truths and 1 lie. And I told mine, and then
what were they?
I can't remember. I told the boat accident thing, and I said that was oh God, I can't remember if it was
11 years is a long time.
I know, it's so long ago, but I said this story and everyone said I was lying about it because they couldn't see my scar because I had my hair over, and I'm like, I got 7 stitches, cracked head on this boat, and everyone's like, this bitch is bullshitting. And then I'm like, oh no, that was my truth. I'm like, here's my scar. And then they loved that. I also remember getting up and being like, I think they said, tell us what you're passionate about. And I got up and I was like, and this is when I was like a vegetarian.
I'm nervous for this one.
I know.
I'm on edge.
I was a vegetarian at the time, and I'm like, it's so cruel what they do, how they make chicken nuggets. I'm like, they grind the male babies up, the male chicks up, and then that's your nugget. And I was like crying, and I was so upset. And
just male chickens?
Yeah.
So the females don't have, there's no female chicken nuggets?
No, because the females are the ones that lay the eggs. So they keep the female chickens to lay the eggs, but then the baby chicks are useless. So they grind them up.
But they need the male chicken to make the
Wait,
egg.
Is it the male chicken that lays the egg or the female? I think it's a female chicken. Yeah. So it's a female chicken? The female chicken lays the egg. So
you're not giving me much, like...
What?
Like, what's the word? Not certainty. Like, I'm not having much hope in what you're saying. I don't think you're right, because you're unsure.
Well, that's probably why they were like, wow, this bitch has got no idea how chicken nuggets are made. Yeah, she's got no fucking clue. She's out there bawling her eyes out over these chicken nuggets. No, I just remember seeing like a video online of these little baby chicks just get ground up because they don't have any use for them.
Yeah, that's
it's
so
really
sad. Don't sad, because I had 24 nuggets last night.
I know. The meat industry is fucked up. Like, it is so sad.
It is tasty, but
I'm not vegetarian anymore. I fucking love a chicken nugget.
I think we've gone a bit off track here. We were talking about reality TV. Now we're talking about chicken nuggets.
No, this is just what I said in my audition process. Anyway, so got the call back, and I was through. Got through all of the auditions.
That's mad.
Yeah, I was so excited.
Yeah. And then how long did you have to prepare? Like, once you got the green light, how long was it? Was you like, did you have to wait like 6 months?
Yeah, I think it was like maybe they gave you 6 months notice. And I remember working my ass off at Zarafa's Coffee, and I like just knew I was going into the Big Brother house. So I was like, they were being so mean to me, like full workplace bullying. And one day I just go, you know what? I'm fucking out of here, bitches. I'm like, I'm going on Big Brother. I didn't say that, but in my head I was like, nah, fuck this. I'm not putting up with this. I'm about to go on TV.
Yeah.
I was like, see ya. So yeah,
I think this the casting for and like the lead up to getting onto a show is pretty similar.
Yeah.
It just has different sort of specifics. Like I went through a similar sort of thing, but it wasn't in a group setting. But they'd ask us for Love Island more like, what's your sort of type?
Yes,
you know,
it would
and like
be
what you're looking
relationship.
for in a partner. So then they can kind of match you up with potential other girls.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they would ask me what my type is. And I don't really have a type. So that was like always hard. And I'd be like 3 to 4 limbs and a happy days, you know what I mean? But nah, not really. But like
anything that moves.
yeah. Nah, like I would just be like, I'm open. Like if I see like a ginger bird and she's hot. A brunette bird's hot, she's hot. You know what I mean? Like,
and also, don't you think personality plays a big role?
yeah. But But
Oh, no?
you need
That wasn't very
no, you need to have
certain.
the attraction first, right? Like you need to be like, I want to rip your clothes off, and then hopefully you got a personality.
Oh my God, no, but I feel like the attraction grows if you have good banter with someone, if you connect with them. I feel like we'd be on such different paths with this one, but I think
like,
personality.
long term, the personality outweighs the looks, but short term, like you need to be red hot.
So were you saying in your audition process you weren't looking for something serious?
Nah, I was open to it. But then obviously my actions were showed differently because I think I had the most recouplings ever. Every time a new bombshell came in, I'd couple up with that one, and then the bird I was seeing would get the boot. And it just happened every single recoupling. And it was so funny, right? Because when we do the recouplings, we got to have like the press photos. So like this week's new couples. And they would be like 6 of them and like 6 of us. And they would be like same couple. And I'll be on the end, different bird. Next week, different bird.
Every episode. But I feel like that kind of helped you end your career.
Yeah.
You know, because
to
like,
a sense, yeah.
you know, I feel like you either go on there and you're an absolute fuckboy, or you go and they lie. But you were like honest. You were like, you know what? I'm just here for a bit of fun, man.
Yeah.
You know, so it was just like a whole new character. They were like, whoa, new Love Islander character unlocked. Like fuckboy, but so honest.
Yeah,
like,
upfront about it.
Most fuckboys like, yeah, I'll give you the ring, baby. I'll give you everything you want. I'll give you your whole dreams. I'll make everything happen. But you were like, nah, I'm never gonna marry you.
Yeah,
you know?
pretty much. Yeah.
So
and that's the best way because then that covers my ass. You know,
Yeah.
like if shit does go south, I'm like, you had the flags. The flags were there. They came out of my mouth. You know what I mean? Like, don't come at me for changing up ship so quickly. You've been pre-warned.
Well, I didn't watch your season, but I would love to kind of
see where it started.
Yeah, get a better gist of Callum. But because I feel like you were so different on I'm a Celeb compared to Love Island.
Yes, yeah.
Because like I had a completely different view of you. And I remember me and Lockie sitting down one night. I feel like I've mentioned this perhaps on another episode, but we were watching Aussie Shore, and then I'm like, yeah, all good, here comes Cal, woo, yeah, bestie, and then you start being the biggest slut. I'm like, oh my God. Lockie's like, what the fuck? You said he was really respectful in the jog. I'm like, he was. That's not who I know. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's like we spoke about, it's different situations and different people, atmosphere.
Yeah, you've obviously got to take into consideration your audience for that show, right?
Yes,
like,
yes.
You have to behave a certain way because that's what people want to see in the sense.
He's entertaining the peoples, all right?
Entertaining the peoples.
But another question I wanted to ask, how was production? Like, would they egg you on to say certain things? Or?
No, I feel like Love Island is very like organic. You can do like pretty much what you want to do.
So not scripted.
It's not scripted at all. The only thing they would say, if there's like a couple of people that are not getting much screen time because they're not really doing a whole lot, they would just encourage you. So on a couple of my shows, there's been a couple of people that have just been kind of like taking the back seat, just cruising along. Then the producers would kind of pull them to the side and be like, are you interested in this girl? And if they say yes, they're like, maybe you should go and pull her for a chat.
That's
just so
nice.
they can, just so they can get the same screen time as everyone else, sort of thing, you know?
Yeah,
But
that's really good.
other than that, you can kind of just do whatever you want.
Well, that's good because I've heard that like maths, obviously we haven't been on maths, and I don't know if I see you going on maths.
No chance.
But I've heard that maths is like heavily produced.
Yeah.
But for me, I felt like The Jungle felt really heavily produced compared to Big Brother because like they don't interfere on Big Brother, and like with I'm a Celeb, we would have to go in there every night and they would tell you what you needed to talk about. Do you remember?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
but
I
with
guess.
Big Brother, I remember just like going to the diary room every 5 minutes being like, yep, I saw an orange giraffe in the garden, and just like talking and talking about what I wanted to talk about. And I didn't feel like that scripted vibe, whereas in the jungle it was a little bit like, oh, okay, I have to talk about this. Like they're asking me questions
They're like
about
putting
this.
the storylines together, sort of things, they're asking you questions. But I feel like we still had the opportunity to go into the, was it called Tucky? Like the diary room?
Tucky, yeah.
Tucky. Like we had the opportunity to go in there at any point during the day, but I just felt like we were so tired.
But
like,
I didn't want to.
I couldn't be bothered to go in there. I was
know.
asleep. I've got no
like,
food.
They're gonna rip me up out of me fucking bed in 5 minutes to talk about, you know, whatever else happened that day. I'm like, I don't have the energy to walk in there and be like, this happened, because I'm like, you know what? They probably wouldn't have used it anyway.
Yeah, true. I just feel like we just don't have the energy to like be inclined to just go in there and just start chatting pure manure, you know what I mean? Like I was so exhausted in there. I was just like, I want to do the bare minimum.
I know.
Until I get fed. And in my head it was like, anything they'd ask me to do, I'd be like, banana, and we got a deal.
Yeah, they would sometimes, because remember one day we were being so boring, we were all sleeping, we were doing fuck all. I'm like, nah, these guys have got so much content, it's OG. And then they're like, guys, come on, we need to perk up, like you need to do something. And then they would be like, can you please, Skye, do the fashion show? Like we're relying on you to like do the fashion show, please. And I'm like, where's the fruit platter? And they did bring out a full fruit platter.
We had to bribe them.
Yeah, but they were bribing us. They're like, here's a banana, do a show. You know, like do a backflip, here's a banana. But it was like that. I'm like, give me some sugar.
Yeah, we needed it. There was points on there where like I was like at rock bottom. Like I couldn't even fathom getting out of that bed. What wasn't even a bed? Like that.
Oh, that was
stupid.
So
little,
uncomfortable.
It was. What was it? What's not a bed? What was it?
Oh, it was just like this
rough
sling thing.
Yeah,
and it was really, really, really uncomfortable. Remember all of us stealing the blankets to like lay? I feel like I started that. I'm like, who's not using their blanket?
And it was mad because as people would leave the show,
their
blankets would stay, and we would just like steal the blankets. My mattress started like this thin. By the end, it was like a double decker.
I know. I felt like Princess in the Pea. I was like, oh, this is so. But it made you realize how lucky you are in your everyday life. Like I felt so in touch with my spiritual side throughout that whole experience. I'm like, far out. I feel so grateful.
Yeah. Over just like the little things.
Yeah, like the little things.
And it's so easy to just forget how good you have it until you don't have it. Yeah.
I know. It feels like that now. But yeah, I feel like I'm a Celeb compared to Big Brother was a little bit produced. Could you see the producers come in and out of Love Island?
No, you don't really see the project. You see like one person in the villa.
Yeah.
Like that would direct conversations and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, or like...
Oh, God, so there would be a producer on the side while you're having a chat?
No, not like next to you, but they'll be lurking around. Like there'll be somebody like lurking around. They might just pop out for like 2 minutes and just be like, if you're going to have a conversation with her, you know, maybe let's just do it in the fire pit. So like if it's like a romantic conversation, they would just encourage you to go into certain areas, you know what I mean?
Right, okay.
I avoided the fire pit conversations because I was usually getting grilled by the birds and I was hot enough already. I didn't need to be anywhere near the fucking fire.
Yeah, you're so like, it's heating up too much. Did they ever tell you like, Cal, you gotta go to the fireplace?
Yeah, they would say that from time to time and I'd be like, here we go. Then you know it's like, it's going to be a juicy one, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't really see them at all, you know? Like you don't really, but in Aussie Shore, that's completely different to like what I've heard from Big Brother and I'm a Celeb and Love Island. You actually see so many people in the house right next to you all times.
Really? With the camera?
Yeah.
Just so like in your face?
You know, like Big Brother, the cameras are hidden, right? So like after, you just forget about them. You're just doing you, right?
See, Big Brother will forever be my favorite reality TV show for that reason. It's like, it's like the closest you can get to human beings living in their most natural, organic state.
Because you don't have responsibilities to hook up or meet people. You can just do you, right?
Yeah, but you also, it's just like a bunch of people living in the house because, you know, it's easy to kind of get carried away when you know a camera's there.
Yeah.
Even in the jungle, I'm like, oh God, you're just really putting it on for the cameras. So with Big Brother, it's good that you would forget.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I'm literally 100% myself right now and so is everyone else.
Yeah.
So that will forever be my favorite. But
what was your highlight in Big Brother?
My Big Brother highlight, probably getting to the finals. Like, That was honestly the coolest feeling. Actually, and also when I first got saved, I was like, holy shit, like the public just saved my ass. And I would constantly be up for noms. Everyone was like,
Nominations.
Skye's up, Skye's up, Skye's up. Like,
I hate that because then you're like, oh my God, like when am I going to get voted off?
I know,
like,
and it was so nerve-wracking. Even like in the jungle, I didn't want to leave. I never wanted to get voted out.
I felt at peace in the jungle with like going either way. If I was like up for like in the bottom 3 or something, and I would always think like I would love to be in my own bed and have my life back.
Yeah.
I would be happy to leave, but then I would be happy to stay. So I never had any pressure in that sense in the jungle.
That's so true. No, I feel like I've always wanted to like do my best in each reality show that I've been on because I'm like, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Yeah.
Like, obviously I missed my kids so much. Big Brother was different. I was like, yo, I could live in this house for years. I'm like, nobody take me anywhere. I'm having the best time.
Did you have to make your own food and stuff in Big Brother?
Yeah, we would cook. But you know, on Big Brother, they make it out like they're rationing. I'm like, no, girl, I put on weight in Big Brother. Really? I'm a celeb. I was like, I'm so hungry. Like, we were starving.
Yeah, starving.
And I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, they just making out that they're not feeding them, but they did not.
That's the biggest question I get asked.
Really?
Is like, was it really like that little amount of food? Like, did you actually like, were you starving? Because everyone goes on about how hungry they are. I'm like, you have 1 scoop of rice, 1 scoop of oats, and a tiny bit of meat. If you're lucky, some nights, and tell me how you go.
Yeah, I know.
You know, like I remember going through the bins. Like when everyone in the jungle would finish their, like you could have like a meat on the bone, everyone would put in that bag, in it, that big black bag. I remember times going through the bag and just nibbling on leftover bones, like some sort of animal. But I was here for it.
God, remember how bad that bin smelled?
I was still in there.
Yeah.
That's the level of hunger, innit?
Yeah, he's like, I'm in this bin every night.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel
Would you do the jungle again if you got the opportunity? Like an all-stars one or something like that?
I 100% would.
Would you?
I would.
Oof.
I reckon you would too.
I would in maybe a couple of years, but at the moment it's still so fresh in my head, like the discomfort that I was in.
Yeah,
like,
it was.
It's too fresh.
Yeah, Big Brother was like the best experience of my life. I would love to do Big Brother again.
Is it still on?
Yeah, apparently they're bringing it back, but we'll see. They butcher it every time. I'm like, oh, I think you need me. I'm like, do you want me to come back? No, joking. Also, another like Big Brother goss that I have for you guys is I was supposed to go back onto it after they brought it back. I think it's the whole pre-recorded thing. I think it was so much cooler knowing that it was live.
Yeah.
Like that's just, that makes for the best reality TV because it is real. It's real time. It's real reality. But yeah, they pre-recorded it. Anyway, I got hit up to go back on. And then basically this big online scandal thing happened. My profile blew up. I was getting heaps of hate.
For what?
Yeah, so basically, I was answering, and I was like 100% going into the house, right? Like I was flying to Sydney, had all my blood work done, like I was going
in for round 2.
Yeah, round 2, because they had half all-stars and then half normal cast. Anyway, I was answering questions from my audience, and someone said, who's more dominant in the bedroom, you or Lockie? And I was like, oh, depends on who's in the mood more. Or like I answered it and I was like, when I want sexy time, I won't take no for an answer. Ha ha. Like, and Lockie loves it. Like he loves it. I'll be like, babe, all over him. He's like, nah, babe, sorry, not tonight. Yeah, really. Yeah, come on, keep going. Because he's like, yeah, I love feeling wanted, and I know that's how he feels. And I would never make him have sex if he didn't want to, which he always does.
Yeah.
But everyone was like, you're a rapist, you rape your partner, like you're making your partner have unconsensual sex. Like it was fucking ridiculous.
Really?
Like, oh, it was.
See, that's what happens when you're in the public eye. Like you say one little thing and then just gets blown out of proportion.
It was wild. So that happened.
Shit.
Daily Mail got a hold of it. It blew up. Got heaps of hate. All my sponsors were dropping me. Like it was a fuck time in my life.
Just from that one little
comment that I made that was a joke. And then people just took that and twisted it. Anyway, got an email the next day from the producers and they were like, hey, sorry, we've decided not to put her in the mix. I was fucking heartbroken, like
imagine.
devastated. My mum even said to me the other day, she's like, I feel like that's when you like lost your sparkle. And I'm like, yeah, fucking oath. Like I was heartbroken because Big Brother is like, I'm obsessed. Like Big Brother's like everything to me. I'm like, Big Brother made my career. Like it was one of the best experiences I've ever had in my life. Like I've just loved everything about Big Brother, and to be doing it again was like my biggest dream. And then got pulled out from underneath me. But
did they say it was because of those comments?
They didn't say it was because of that. They wouldn't give a reason, which sucks even more because I'm like, just tell me, dude, like what was it so I can improve the next time, or like maybe stop that from happening. You know, I really wanted to know. They didn't give an answer. But get this, after I'm a Celeb, Ben Morris interviewed me, and he said that apparently Tim Dormer, which was another Big Brother guy who was going in the house that year, that
was on your season.
Yep, that I was meant to go on to. He was going into the house, and apparently he said, if you put Skye in the house, I'm not doing it. So they obviously chose him, but I don't know if there's truth to that. But I'm like, well, yeah, he actually hated me. He was very, I don't know if it was jealous. I'm not going to say jealousy, but I just knew that he did not like me.
Yeah, you got the vibe.
I got the vibe. And I even brought it up to him one time. I said, what's your problem with me? Like, I'm sensing some animosity here. Like, I know, animosity.
What's that?
Cool, right? Animosity is like, you know, like is it jealousy? It's like like
you say words, you don't even know the meaning.
I do know the meaning. I know the meaning, but I don't fully. It's like hostility, like hatred.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a little bit of like, I don't like you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I felt that, and I'm like, what's your problem with me? And his reasoning was, I tried to take the limelight when he, on his coming out post, because I commented and said, congratulations, so proud of you for coming out. He's like, you tried to steal that moment from me. I'm like, I was being nice.
That's crazy.
I'm like, I was saying, good for you, babe. Like, genuinely.
But obviously there was underlying things, and he probably just used that as like,
he did.
The tip
he
of like.
used that as an excuse. So I'm like, maybe there is a bit of truth to that, because I know for a fact he didn't like me.
Did he end up going on then? Yeah.
Yeah, he was on the show.
Right?
He did do well, and I enjoyed watching him. Like, dude, I would never hold a grudge. I'm like, still love him. I know he doesn't like me. He's an entertaining guy. Yeah. Good for him. Whatever. You know, I don't have any like bad feelings towards him, because at the end of the day, I did think he was really good on TV. But apparently that happened, and that was the reason. So I'm like, who knows?
Who knows? You never know.
Who knows?
Maybe we'll get the chance again in future. You never know, because the Big Brother's there's no age cap or anything, and like, you can be in a relationship.
Him telling me I'm ancient. You know, you're getting old, dolls. Yeah.
No, but you can go on there when you're going to go to partner. When you can, anyone can go on there. So true. So like, who knows? You never know in future, because I think it is coming back. You know. Anyway, if I'm right, Paramount have bought it, and they're bringing back Big Brother, but live.
Good.
So like, you can go on Channel 10 or Paramount and watch the live footage.
Yeah, that's cool.
You know, I feel like that's what draw the people in initially.
100%. And also, Big Brother used to be like full porn, because you could see everything. Like, they would have Up Late with Big Brother, and you could see everyone showering, going to the toilet. Like, it was wild. So I feel like that's why a lot of people probably would have watched it. Okay, to wrap this up, what are some TV shows you would love to do? Other reality TV shows?
There's a few shows that I would love to do, but I would have to say, after coming from the jungle and having that like whole new sort of experience, I would like to do something like The Amazing Race.
Yes.
Where like it's a whole new thing. It's not like dating in that realm, or the jungle or the Survivor. It's like you get to travel the world.
Do something different.
Yeah, and I think that's like something I would like to do in the future, yeah.
Yeah, guys, hit us up for The Amazing Race. I would love to do, Amazing Race or The Block.
What's The Block?
The Block with the renovation show.
Oh, I'm not too familiar with that one.
Okay, well,
Mumsy watches that all the time, but.
Mumsy. Yeah, well, I'm a mumsy.
All right, so The Block and The Amazing Race.
Yeah, that's oh my God, what? Cut. I was about to say, well, that's the end of the episode, guys. Hope you enjoyed getting to know the goss about reality TV.
Yeah. And that concludes episode number
4. Hopefully you guys are loving the podcast, and we hope you're enjoying it. We're really having so much fun, and
so good.
We've got so much more to talk about, so stay tuned. All right, so make sure you subscribe to the podcast if you want to hear more. Follow all the action on Instagram at Skye and Callum Podcast. And if you want to ask us any juicy questions, chat to our producers. You can email us at skyeandcallum@novapodcast.com.au.
Bye.
Bye.